Welcome to Poppy's Poetry Corner. We finally made it to the time where rhythm and blues meets poetry and rhyme. Yep, we on the corner where it's safe to fire up your marijuana. But this room about to get hot as the summer, so you might need something chill like a glass of wine. Water does me just fine. Whatever relaxes your mind and help you recline after what might have been a hump day at work. Put yourself first. Where here nothing has to be rehearsed. Let me put it in reverse. The corner we back to is brought to you by Faith and Hustle. So it's some big hitters in this room, and it's okay to flex your muscle. Because we locked and loaded and heavily potent. Nothing corroded about our brain waves. Going back in the days where you could simply walk to the corner to find your muse. Or peep out the latest groove. We about to let the energy fill the room so it might get a little wet. Or fill you up till you get so high. Because around here, we get praise when your stuff is fire. So let us begin. Welcome to the corner, my friends.
We call Chemical X powered by poetry. And powered by poetry, we live, we die, and document the journey through poetry. They think I'm all pigtails to playtime. Blue skies and sugar spun laughter. They see softness before they see sorrow. They call me sunshine and hope for tomorrow like I ain't never seen darkness. Like I don't choose peace on purpose. Like my smile isn't survival. Like I've never known bond, just like transformation.
I'm a chemical X compound. I'm an animal spirit. So you know I like to swirl around. But these hardy hawks keep hovering, thinking they gonna snatch my crown. Had me knocked for a minute. Couldn't feel the words I was spitting. Couldn't even see straight. I started questioning my fate. But I'm seasoned for protection of the six. Bubbles love brought me to the mix. Blossom fought to change my name. Buttercup bulked up my game. Spend the season with bloom. Y'all know how the big sisters do.
I've been hiding my power since infancy. Constructed to be super strong being. My sugar, spice, and everything nice. Happy accident. Firstborn creation knew I was different. First hidden. Now I revel in my gifts. But then spent time isolated, frustrated. My stock never abated, even when they said my dreams never make it. But for my truth, never wavered. Or my goals became fixated. They wanted me to be their version.
Quirks, kinks, and fetishes makes them uniquely them. Taming the rage before it becomes a whirlwind. And most importantly, letting them know that even superheroes have Achilles heels. So how may I be of service? No one is allowed to hurt them. I'm merely a phone call away, hiding bodies or fly-by-night trips, being an alibi or a character witness. I am my sister's keeper forever. Home.
I didn't need you to know who I was. I need you to know who I is, and that I get to the biz swinging my pen like it's my knife going for revenge. No more silence of this lamb. I grew up and learned to eat everything in my way. See, years of disarray leaves my grace sometimes written in pain. But much has changed, so know who I was led me to spill ink that marks deep like tattoos on the soul. But understand, this buck right here ain't that easy to fold. Every time I come up on zeros, I keep adding to this shero. Now I'm really worth a meal. Yes, I'm food for thought. But don't get caught up in the rapture. I have always been more than the chatter. As a matter of fact, I'm that. That's everything I am times 10. Never dragging my feet, I stump when I hit the floor. Creating vibrations, I'm a revelation that most should have noticed without hesitation. But it's okay because it didn't matter who I was. It matters who I am right now in your face. And I'm a queen that's moving without haste, that now that I've arrived, I can't be replaced. I got dreams that need to be chased. So sleep is not an option. I'm here for all the toppings. Yeah, I'm getting ahead. Maybe even cracking a couple of bodies. See, these poems like antibodies, I'm healing with them. But at the same time, you best to believe I'm killing with them. So no need to know who I was. You just need to know that poetry, this is what I does. And that's my piece.
Seasons came and changed the time. When I grew up, I called them mine. He would always laugh and say, remember when we used to play bang, bang? I shot you down, bang, bang. You hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. I used to shoot you down. Gone are the days of hopscotch, double dutch, and tag. Instead, we play guess the name in the body bag. Because as of date, no legislate has shunned the use of assaulting guns, thus insulting the intelligent, coddling their constituents while washing the blood of the innocent off their fingers. Let's take a poll, shall we? Raise your hand if you had to explain mass shooting to a first grader. No, just me. That active shooter drills are not a laughing matter. Contemplate self-sacrifice or run for my life the moment I hear a pop sound of the rifle. So to Congress and the powers that be, I didn't enlist me as a bulletproof vest to shield the innocent and fall into a hero that took a 7.6 Soviet in my chest. Quite selfish of you to assume my life will lie down for the offspring of you, that given the opportunity, they would try to unalive me too. And to the pro-life hypocrites, 306 and counting. So much blood in the pool we drowning, deafening to the cries of parents, unsung lullabies because you need your guns to keep you warm at night, right? Now I ask you, what will it take? You mourning your child or children at a wake before you wake up and realize you're infecting a billion lives with your poisonous lies that you weaponize the mass of this destruction. I would appeal to your human side, but the devil wasn't made in God's image, wrapped in flesh. I just hope you can stand flat footed on Judgment Day when you ask what you did for mankind. Poke out your chest and say, bang, bang, I shot them down, bang, bang. They hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. I used to shoot them down.
Somebody in this room got trust issues. A cement heart surrounded by barbed wire. You put trust, loyalty, and love, and that backfire. You find out people be lying. A bunch of Pinocchios, their nose be blinding. Even Stevie Wonder can see the bull in fake reality. They be, take that, dancing like Diddy. All in the videos with fake hoes to propose with the pastor getting swallowed. Now where's the trust? You supposed to be at the claw. But instead, you just leading the flock to get swallowed up. Trust don't come easy, cause at the end of the day, I accept that you still gonna lie to me. Your insulting ain't enough for your liabilities. You rather practice lying than accepting accountability, but I ain't the enemy. You done had so much fakeness you don't even know reality. I'm speaking this for clarity, cause my poetry be the only way you gonna understand me. Ain't no lip wrestle, and that's word to Pimp C. I'm a real one, baby. Don't ever second guess me. I'm a blessing poetically. I stay in my lane because that's where God told me to be. Ain't no competition here when I'm just being me. Do me a favor. Break the generational curse when Master told you not to like me. I dare you to stop putting me down every chance you get. I double dog dare you to support and mean it. I triple dog dare you to put some respect when it comes to trust because at the end of the day, success, that ain't what they want for us. Peace.
There's some days I wish I had someone to tell me how some mornings my chest would feel pressure like a double wool of doubt. How air would be thick with sky, not knowing how to breathe for you. How some days the world would crawl right inside your ribs, press its weight against your lungs, and ask you to smile anyway. I wish I had someone to tell me love will sometimes feel like fist wrapped in a velvet of lies, leaving you chasing ghosts of forever in places it never lived. How mirrors would slice you open, forcing you to face wounds you thought were healed. Or mention how silence could scream louder than thunder, and hands you hold wouldn't always hold you back. How sometimes even your own shadows would feel like strangers you never wanted to meet. I wish I had someone to tell me, baby, There'll be days sun forgets you exist, leaving you questioning if you're worthy of light at all, or if you were ever more than a visitor in rooms that always felt too bright. That there'll be those who only want to bask in your sun when they can't stand you, till everything you do overshadows them and try to block your power. Lacking understanding, lessons were wrapped in pain, and those are the ones that stick harder than gorilla glue. And cracks in heart teach you how some people stitch hope into seams, even when darkness swallows you whole. You could still claw your way back because light doesn't always belong to sun. I wish I had a mother to tell me those things, but none ever existed. No voice was there to shape my truths. No reminders I was worth saving. No arms were there to hold me through my breaking. I had to learn alone how to stitch wounds with unsteady hands, and how to bear silence when love became a void too loud to ignore. I had to teach myself that sun wasn't always promised. Some days it hides out of spite. Those days you have to fight harder than you've ever had to fight before, with nothing but the faintest pulse igniting fire burning deep within you. Cracks left by wounds you didn't have became space where your own strength grew. She wasn't there, so light buried inside me wasn't hers to give, it was mine to find. She couldn't give me what she failed to find in herself, making absence its own kind of teacher.
If you ask me just who he is, I will simply tell you that there is none like him. Try if you dare to take on this journey alone, and know for sure that falling like leaves from an autumn tree will definitely be your destination. Free falling may have your adrenaline racing with excitement, but eventually that Kentucky Derby feeling will leave you on a pit stop on the track to destruction. See, eventually on a track to destruction. See, while you're thinking that crossing your fingers and wishing on a star will bring you the luck that you need, it's my advice for you to look up and seek the star and know that you're not lucky, you're loved. See, wishing is for those that live to take chances, like gambling at a crap table, hoping for a 7 or 11, when actuality you have a better chance at quenching your thirst with a big gulp at 7-Eleven. Let me remind you that he is the right-hand man who turned water into wine, sometimes asking that we drink in remembrance of him. But we decide that we will sleep with brandy, then play with gin and rummy, and drag tequila another man, while it was nothing but his desire to part the Red Sea to keep you from drowning. But instead, you let every situation take you under. Instead of trusting him, throwing up hands, trying to fight with and against God. Don't you know that your arms are too short to box with God? Look at Abraham's way of trying to bargain with God, which cost him some righteous men. So by no means should you think you are right just because you pray. He's a just God, but you surely reap what you sow. So do unto others as you desire done unto you. Again, ponder the thought of who is he? He's the dawn of a new day, forsaking yesterday and serving you the present, a gift granted to you without ever being deserving of it. He's light that died so that you could live. He's light in darkness. He's the King of kings, the Lord of lords. He's the healer in all things, shelter in a storm. He's a mind regulator, peace in chaos, a mother to the motherless. He is my all in all. He's my comfort in the midnight hour. He is the great I am. And I like to simply say to you, Lord, because of who you are, I give you glory. Because of who you are, I give you praise. because of who you are. And I will lift my voice and say, Lord, I worship you because of who you are. So if I ask you, who is he? You should consider making him your choice for your daily bread. Peace.
Ooh, that's my type of speed round, man. I love when they come through the corner and fire everybody ass up. Foul, foul, foul. It's a drive-by, bitch. Yeah, I can't even say the word for real, because y'all heard what just came through here. It was a storm called Miss Kim just came through here. But we back to another week of uncut dopeness on P.P.C. Well, this week we present They Slay, baby. We closing out Women's Month. But understand, I celebrate me every day. Y'all better do the same. But we hyped up over 20 women this month, just to say the least, man. I hope y'all had a bomb day. Y'all already know I don't be humping around about nothing, especially when it comes to having an explosive day. If this your first time to the corner, hey y'all, and welcome to one of the dopest vibes I ever had the pleasure of being a part of. Make sure you tap that subscribe button so y'all know when we lit. If you P.P.C, thank you for always being a friend and showing love. There is no vote from last week, man. Y'all know the Poetry Puff girls united on P.P.C. So the rewind went out to this dope ass poet named Key-notez. Oh yeah, damn, that's me. Yeah, you gotta big your dang on self up sometimes. And you just seen that amazing spotlight by my girls. I wouldn't have been no show without my girls coming through and zipping and winning and doing their thing. So if y'all missed it, make sure y'all tap in. Tonight ain't finna be no different, but we about to turn up, man. So let's get to it. My first queen. Woo, my first queen. I ain't even gotta say queen for real tonight, y'all. I just thought about it. Shem, hold up, Shem. I got you. Well, it might not want you to come up, Shem. That thing ain't playing for you. Hold on. Oh yeah, y'all know we up like the sun. Season 3. What you thought? You thought we wasn't coming with great poets and books? No. Hold up. They got it all. Let's go.
He knows so shameless hosting.
Be on the corner too.
So you know that shit is tight. That corner's a bad.
Ooh, she is a bad mother sucker. Did y'all see all that work they had over there? That's what's up. And I'm about to bring up another bad mother sucker right now, man. So my next guest popped my Instagram cherry last night, y'all, on her shirt. Word up. She is the sole proprietor of a bakery and creating business and the founder of Reach, rendering encouragement and capturing hearts, a woman organization dedicated to fostering love, support, and inspiration. Her passion for service extends into the poetry community, where treating you sweet is also recognized through baking, poetry, catering, and ministry. She shares her gifts both locally and across states. Guided by faith, Queen lives by her motto, when you know your purpose, you can hold down your position. And she did exactly that, y'all, last night, because she treated me more than sweet, because Insta gave me a whole heap of problems. But tonight, y'all already know what's up. Y'all help me welcome for the first time on the corner, baby, treating you sweet. I don't know what's going on with it tonight. I'm having all kind of technical issues. It ain't letting me pop my collar. But guess what? She gonna get up here in a minute, y'all. This stream, y'all, be streaming, y'all. It just leading on into what I left off with on Insta last night. You know what I mean? But we don't make no big deal out of anything. How you feeling today, Queen?
I am fine. Thank you so much.
Hey, you is fine. Me too. You know, I do tell myself that all the time. You know what I mean? You just came through here and breezed through here and shook the room right there at the end. I didn't know you had that time. I mean, you went to singing and my hair stood up. I said, hold on. She done brought church to the corner. But you know, that's what we do on the corner every week. We have church. So welcome to the corner. Word up. Let's talk about it. How long has it been going? You know, let's get into it.
So poetry kind of slipped in on me. Writing has been something I've done since high school. This is when I was recognized for my writing. I did not like it. I was told to stick with it. I did not do it. So it came back at a time that I didn't know what I was getting into. I was at work, an accountant, and couldn't balance and got really frustrated. 4 hours into the day, wasn't balanced. And I sat down and I grabbed a pad and a pencil and a red ink pen. And I wrote down a poem because of something someone said. And that was somebody told a guy, have a great day. And his reply was, I will. And I felt like if he can dictate his day, so can I. And so that was the first time that I had literally written a poem, and it is entitled Today is a Great Day.
Hey man, I love that. You know what I say? I say when I tell people to have a great day, I always say on purpose. Because we have to be intentional with our movement. So I love that you said that. So what led you into catering? I mean, not catering, but you know, the bakery part, the sweets, you know, being so sweet about this thing. What led you to that?
My grandmother, I would go over to see her on the weekends, and I was about 8 years old. And I remember telling her, I want a cake. And she said, okay, baby, go get the sifter and then go over in the cabinet and grab the cake flour. And I thought, sifter? Cake flour? That's not what we do at our house. We Betty Crocker. And she said, oh, no, baby, not here. And so she started me out baking pies from scratch and cakes from scratch and all the crust. And it was fun at first until it was technical and she wasn't playing. And I thought, you know what? As life went on, I'm just like, yeah, this not cool. I don't like this. But I ended up moving in with her at age 16 because she was losing her sight. Okay. And lo and behold, that lifestyle of baking from scratch, she wasn't letting it go. She didn't even have a cookie cutter. She had a top to a peanut butter jar. Hey. And so I swore once I left that house that I would never bake from scratch ever again. By age 25, married, my husband told my family that I made homemade rolls, and that opened it back up. So the baking came back and never really left. I just kind of laid it to the side. But the decorating was something I started to pick up in the early 2000s. And I just kind of wanted to get into it to bake some sweets for my children, bake a birthday cake for my kids. Nothing that I thought would happen now. So long story short, this is appointed by God, orchestrated totally by him, because I got into cake decorating. I showed my first cake November of 2009. By December of 2009, someone was saying, hey, I need a cake for the end of the month, going into the new year. And I thought, I don't do that. And she said, come on, you can do this. I want it celebratory. I want it to look like this. And I did. And then I had another order. And then another. And I remember my first 6 orders so vividly because I tried to get out of it.
I tried to get out of it. I didn't want this for me. I don't know what you were thinking, but I didn't want this for me.
I knew I was a baker and I knew I was crafty. I've taken on so many crafts that when I did get into baking and decorating, my husband said, okay, how long for this one? And I'm just a crafty person. And as I kept doing it, it was more investments being made because people were asking for stuff I didn't own. I didn't even own a full sheet cake pan. So I had to go buy that. Then I had to buy a different size here, there. And next thing you know, I'm like so busy. I'm like, hey, this is a business. I need some business cards. I need a name because originally people was helping me by saying Cakes by Kim. And I put the K for cakes. And I thought, I don't want my name in that. So one day I literally thought, how would I really want to be treated if someone was doing this for me? And I thought, I want to be treating you sweet. That is where the name came from.
Hey man, well, shout out to you and a flourishing business ever since 2009. So y'all already know to go where to go if y'all need some cake. Cause she gonna be treating you sweet, baby. So make sure that y'all tap on in with the queen. It's all about reach one, teach one on the corner. So what's the first piece you're getting into tonight?
Alrighty, so this is either excuse me, or if you can hear it, excuse me.
Whoa, double you know what? Excuse me, guys. I gotta go.
In all honesty, you don't have my back. Your only interest was mounted on my heel. And don't tell me you are my ride or die when standing with me has never been your intentions. I see the way you rock your way in and out as you please while rolling through like a tightly rolled joint passing bluntly. Sadly, I really don't want to rock with you, but it seems you are on a constant roll, skating through life backwards and unstable on your crazy legs. I'm not one that giveth or taketh. Respectfully, I have no power to pick life or death for you to dance with. But you don't have a choice to tap in when you want to while making a very melodic entrance. You and your devious ways are exposed every time you sneak her on your 6 enchantments, giving off the impersonation of a wise college bro when you are simply an evil traveling Wikipedia depositing manure in grounds that were meant to be used to plant seeds that would grow and bloom flowers that aren't just to be created to become a bud that will mature and spread open to be plucked while deciding if you love me or love me not. They say roses are red, but when was the last time you dissected, investigate, or truly learned from a rose? Your neglected STEM projects lie a lot of thorns, none in which you will ever choose to be plucked, choose to be stuck with. Let it be known that you are nothing less than a Trojan making his rodeo rounds, but let me greet you and dismiss you all at the same time. Hi-ho, silver away. Do you think I'm going to continue to stiletto you ride or continue to make my botanical your secret garden? Tiptoeing through my tulips, only watering me between your dehydrations. March on. You have been served your royal boot right out of my life. Find another beat to groove to. You seem to think that you're on top of a straight steeple that sits on a high hill, but you only got there because you were chose to mock a sun, believing you can slip on whenever there's a possible open. Tow me down to the point I don't want to hate you. God bless me. This mule has me stepping out of my character. Let me not sling back on this loafer. Obviously, there's a wedge between the platform he's standing on and the Mary Jane that leads him. But let me clear up one thing with you. Although I walk by faith, it is never an option to ever have you step in this smelly shenanigan. So since you can't be as solid as the ground that you walk on, you can take a trip on the wild side. Peace.
Growing up, I learned a lot of my knowledge on the corner, and tonight ain't no different. Cause boy, you just spit that right there. That's what I call some knowledge right there. Talk about facts. Yo, Sham, yeah, that was some definitely. Some people need to go back and do a rewind because I don't think you really caught everything she was saying. But y'all know we're gonna keep this show right on rolling. My next queen is definitely P.P.C. fam. She's not new to this, y'all. She true to this. Here, week after week, working on and off the screen because last week she hosted. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was one hell of a show. She's a mental health advocate, paparazzi jewelry consultant, small business owner, curator, promoter, the poetry plug, especially right here. If you want this uncut dopeness on the corner, you got to go through the plug. You heard me? And this one right here is born in Southern Korea, but raised in Texas. She is the founder of Love and Lyrics on Clubhouse. Queen also moderates and supports several Clubhouse spaces, including the corner. She's an author that has published The Taste of Southern Soul and is preparing to release her second book this summer. But But tonight, y'all welcome the one and only AK from the back to the front. Let's go. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, how you feeling?
Other than yeah, my allergies kicking my butt. I'm good.
Hey, well, I couldn't tell from that first piece you spit. I mean, it sounded like you was over here, like, you know what I mean? So, the allergies ain't gonna top, ain't no monkey
Nah,
stopping
they
no show. So,
we
we
gonna
in there.
fight through 'em. We gonna fight through 'em.
Hey, we some fighters. That's what we do.
That's
That's what we
okay.
do. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. The book, where can the people find it? You already know what I'm finna ask. So, and is it corner
They
prices?
corner prices is $15. You can get it directly from me. Just hit me up either on Facebook, IG. Yeah, wherever you see me, just hit me up. Hit me up. I got 30 copies I need to get rid of. So hey,
Hey, 30 copies must go.
they must
$15.
go. They
Come
must
on, man.
go.
Y'all might as well go ahead and get you some. Because the new book coming. So you're gonna want the first book before the new book drop. So if you get it from the queen, you might as well get that thing signed,
Right.
sealed,
And
delivered.
you get some
It's
extra stuff
yours.
with
You
it.
know what I mean? So you got
Yeah.
to come on through and make sure that you support. So with that being said, the second book, I want to be all in your business a little bit. The second book, what are we thinking about? What are we thinking about?
The second book is gonna have all of me in it. From life experiences. It's gonna have a couple of funny things in there, some new stuff I've been trying out. It's gonna have excellence in there, black love in there. It's gonna be a little bit of everything. It's like a gumbo. It's like a gumbo.
Mm.
You're gonna get a
Y'all
little
know
bit of everything.
we love a little gumbo, especially if it's made right with that good shit, ding ding ding, little bouillon sauce, so
Already.
that, right. So it's gonna be thumping if it's like a little, side of gumbo right there. So I love how she said that. And y'all see these comments. People done read the book. They telling you it's a collection
Um,
already that's bumping. And you had somebody else in the comments saying they got to get their book. Shout out to all the big friends in the house tonight, man. We love y'all for tapping in every week. You know how we do it, man.
definitely.
Support is everything over here. So with that being said, AK, what is the first piece you getting into tonight?
Whew. So recently I had Valentine's Day. I had a mild heart attack. So I wrote a piece and we're gonna get into the piece.
Hey, glad you here. You know what I'm talking about. On Valentine's Day, she said, you can't stop this hard. Not right here, baby. We still loving on me. So let me get up out of here. That's called bliss.
All right. So let's get into this. Some hearts were born as war zones. Mine came preloaded with landmines. Every beat feels stolen, a gambler shuffling cards with no face value. See, there's a fault line in my chest. Quieter than any apology swallowed whole. Every breath negotiates survival, signing contracts I didn't agree to. My rib cage, a clock tower built on patched gears, ticking away until it doesn't. Time doesn't knock before it leaves. It slips through cracks, still in moments I thought were mine. And my pulse, it holds secrets it refuses to share. This truth is what I wake to every single day. Doctors call it unpredictable. I call it time sown with uncertainty. A countdown no one can see but me. Yet every second feels engraved in me. You see me smiling, thinking I'm fine, as if pain needs a wheelchair to exist, as if a faulty heart has to split open before you believe it's broken, as if suffering only counts when it limps, when it bleeds loud enough to stain your comfort. You don't see silent failures. My body collects like unpaid debts. You don't hear prayers I don't say out loud, afraid they'll sound too much like my final plea. I carry a big heart full of love, but nobody stays long enough to receive it. Only tell me I deserve it, then disappear in the cracks of their own lies, or worse, they stay long enough to pound my emotions in the dust, calling me broken, but after they've done the breaking of me. They say to rest, to trust God, as if faith is an easy transaction. Rest feels too much like surrender. And how do you trust what you've never seen? I mean, what's God done for me? I mean, He left me with a time bomb in my chest, called it a test of faith. And I keep wondering if heaven took the day off the moment my heart learned rebellion. Some days I scream into silence, only to hear my own doubts echo back. And how much louder do I have to fight for people to see this isn't survival? This is a heart simply trying to outlive itself. And this is a taste of Southern Soul.
I swear, if I had some arms, I will reach out and give you a hug. Oh. Yeah, man, I get AK-20 hugs. That's called survival, baby. That's what that is right there. And I love that she telling her story, because if you know AK, you know she ain't really one to, divulge. So I appreciate her coming on her and being real with it. You know what I mean? My next queen. Whoop, let me slide that way so I can get some good reading on, because y'all know I be messing some stuff up over here. My next queen is also P.P.C. fam, rocking season after season. She is a dynamic artist and advocate from Martinville, Louisiana, known for her powerful poetry and performances that inspire and uplift. Drawing from her personal experiences, she uses her artistry to overcome challenges and connect deeply with her audience. Beyond her creative work, this queen is a passionate mental health advocate, empowering women through her annual Flame on Sister Queen Poetry Slam and mental health check-in. In 2024, she expanded into theater, performing in For Colored Girls. She is also a strong voice for Doses. She gonna correct me because she told me how to say it last time. You know what I'm saying? Awareness, encouraging others to prioritize their well-being. Looking ahead, this queen is set to film her first video for Strength of a Woman in April 2025. But tonight, y'all help me welcome my other cousin and them, Miss Myra Mana. Yo. Yeah, let me bring you
Hi.
right up. You see how it be being special to some people. You see how it be doing me. Hey
Yeah.
there, how you feeling?
I feel amazing. I feel grateful. I feel just blessed.
But you better talk that talk. You see that hand went straight up. You better talk
Yeah.
that talk. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a blessing to have that energy on the corner. So I
Thank you.
appreciate you always running through, y'all. I think this makes season number 3. I ain't want to say it on the intro because I ain't know if it was 2 or 3, but I think she on number 3 that she's came through. That means she been here from the beginning, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all know that's much love, big love right there. So let's talk about it. The open mic slam that you do.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about it.
It's
Yearly.
Flame on Sisters. Flame on Sisters is an extension of the Galaxy. Um I think like the first year when I started out as the president of Flame on Sisters, I was like, we got to do a slam for all women. I was in my first slam, and it just so happened that the whole lineup was just female poets, and I found that to be so inspirational. Okay, so I was like, ooh, I got to do that. And it started off denim and diamonds, and then I was like, we gotta let that denim and them diamonds go, honey. So this year, I this because
What
everybody
y'all
doing
doing?
denim and diamonds.
Right.
So
What
I'm
y'all doing
like,
this year?
this year is special. It's the third year, and it falls on my birthday.
So we
And
showing out. What we doing? You know
it's
what I
the
mean?
rodeo edition, boo boo.
Oh,
It's the rodeo.
yeah, that means she gonna be playing where them fans at. Down in the oh, I'm sorry, y'all know that's my
How you
jam
know?
right now. I be jamming to that right now. So I love it, just like I love Tonight is all queens. So the fact that you bigging up the queens is absolutely amazing. How did it feel to be a part, just going from being on stage rocking mics to being a part of, For Color Girls? Like, how did that feel?
Hold on. Hold on, let me grab this
Look,
little
look,
sugar.
Sarah said, when is your birthday? We getting the comments rolling in. They asking all kind of questions. Like, when your birthday? We want to know when this thing coming out. We want to know what's going on.
My
All little
birthday,
one.
my birthday on September 20th. So that's when the slam is gonna be. The prize this year is $700, winner take all.
Where you
Um,
where you at again? I mean just for for my cousin and them want to know
oh, in
where you know.
Nashville. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
We in Nashville with it. So
In
Nashville,
Nashville.
tap
Yes.
on in. And Nashville ain't that far away from me. $700. I
No.
might, that's the
I've
only
been
reason I'm
waiting for
asking.
you. I've been waiting for you. I just want to feed you.
And I get food. Hold on, this might be a soul trip, but we're gonna talk about this after the show because y'all know you know how to get me there.
We
Then you
family.
know
We
I'm
get
in there.
sidetracked.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, what's the first piece that you're giving us tonight?
All right. I ain't telling you. I'm just starting. You told me not
Okay,
to.
well, I did forget to do one thing. You know what I'm saying? I got this from Essence herself. You know what I'm saying? The galaxy of poets is in the building. So let me move out the way.
Hold on, y'all. My therapist asked me, "What does a man do to trigger you? He don't do what he say and say what he mean. He say he got me, then turn around and Ike turn to me. He's stuck in slave mentality, yelling everybody out to get me, and all I've shown is loyalty. He wants me to follow his lead, but how can I follow if you keep circling, gaslighting when my tone isn't angry? He yells, and that's triggering. We both got a target on our back, but he would rather be my enemy, take advantage of me, expecting me to do all providing. I thought he was proclaimed to be a provider, not a codependent, but a real rider. Always been a liar. His traumas will make a calm situation backfire, but it said, I'm the problem. The problem is, he can't handle the truth from me. Can't handle the fact that his actions scorpion sting, and he thinks I'm supposed to act the same, like boundaries weren't crossed. Like you ain't called me out my name, responding off of trauma that he's suppressed. A nuclear bomb, say one wrong thing and you gone. And I was raised to treat him like a king, him before me with the serving. Let's be real. We understand the only time we get treated like a queen when he want a taste of them blessings. It's hard to explain because the spiritual walk I'm on, I call it like I see. The most triggering thing about a man is he's hurting and he's taking it out on me. As he takes his trauma out on me, sometimes it gets so bad I start cutting, self-harming, make me feel like I ain't worth shit, but the title of a bottom bitch, which I refuse. Baby, therapy need to be your muse. I can't even find a cure but love for it. Pray that you make your way out of it. But I done had too many men take advantage of me. Look up the definition and really be a king. Understand the curse of Black society. Understand our teamwork's supposed to be reciprocity. You see me healing. Don't try to con me. I only pray that you grow and stop trauma bonding. Peace.
Yeah. I'm coming live from the A, man, but that shit that deserve the A, man. Can the church say? Yo, you already know how that one there coming. She giving it to you as raw as it get, baby. And I'm loving every bit of it. So y'all know we're going to keep this show right on moving. My last, but definitely not least, y'all. My next guest is a Birmingham, Alabama native and is a multifaceted creative by day. She is a mathematics educator and tutor. By evening, she's a passionate floette. Y'all know I love it already because y'all know I be with the reach one, teach one, and she's definitely doing that. Her love for poetry was sparked at the age of 11 by Maya Angelou's Phenomenal Woman, fueling a lifetime artistic journey. She has released 3 spoken word albums and a single available on all major platforms. And tonight ain't no different, baby, because we still on all major platforms. So y'all help me welcome the one and only Queen Floetry.
What's goody at the corner?
Everything goody on the corner. What it do, boo? First time on this thing. I'm glad you finally made it around to the corner. You already know I be doing that sound. She been watching, y'all. Look at that. If she ain't, then we just got the same kind of energy going on, and I'm loving it. So with that being said, 3 whole albums, not half ones, not whole, 3 whole albums. How does it feel to know that you left your footprints in the sand in such an amazing way?
For me, it was a dream that I never thought I wanted, but once I did it, it's something that I can never forget. And so I put pen to paper, paper to music, and the music became my destiny. And so that's how we got Queen Floetry.
And I'm loving every last bit of it. I mean, that speed round you came through here. I'm talking about everybody came through on the speed round and let y'all know they in the house tonight. And I was over here shaking the computer, the table, and everything else. Go, give it to them. So I absolutely love the shadink the dink that you gave us. So I know we said it's on all major platforms. Start naming some off and tell the people where they can really go, because we need to put it on. Turn your phone down when you get ready to go to sleep. Now, after you listen to it, you got to listen to it first. And then after that, turn your phone down, but put it on repeat, because we need to get them numbers up on them platforms. So Queen, break it down. What they doing this? We running it up tonight.
Well, let's see. We got YouTube, we got Facebook, we got Apple Music, we got Tidal Music, we got Spotify. You name it, she own it. So when I say every streaming platform, I'm even on Diesel. So
I'm trying to tell you, all gassed up over here. Y'all don't hear. She all gassed up. She letting you know wherever you type in Queen Floetry, something gonna pop up for you. So make sure that y'all run them numbers up, because that's the best way to support the Queen. I don't know if you can purchase her stuff, but if you can, do that too, because that's a better way to support her. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. She said on all platforms.
Amazon Music, baby.
Okay, there it is. Whoop, there it is, right there. So y'all make sure that y'all support, and do more supporting, because that's what we all about over here. So what you get into for us first tonight?
So new piece.
No.
So I've been battling with this piece for like 3, 4, maybe 5 days. I don't know. But it's something that I need to get off my chest. So it's called PTSD.
All right, y'all, a lot of us got PT. I don't know what y'all stand for, but we got some acronyms, and we got some of that. Let me get up out of
here. Anxiety, keep on trying me. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. This just in. The Queen has started writing again. She's ready to clear the rumors and wonders of her disappearance from the Poetic Society. See, I stopped writing because, well, it started October of 2022. Car ride to a girl's getaway turned to dismay as I was relayed that my producer passed earlier that day. World shattered and brain scattered, projects unrecovered. Dreams feel capped in a house that once had walls full of life, but now crumbled and smothered in my tears. So I pivoted to teaching and buried all of my feelings. So now when I pick up my pen, it's to grade unlike denominated fractions. Sure, I could pop out a piece whenever the mood hits or requests to speak, but my mind is suffering from PTSD, where my pen is traumatically stuck, drifting, going nowhere, and the destination is still undetermined. It scares me. This feeling like my writing is divorcing me. And yes, I know that I have been distant as of late, but for better or worse, this is not the time to abandon ship. I guess that's why anxiety keeps testing me. Since my outlet that once let me vent is vacuum sealed shut with a deadbolt, and I feel there's no place to expel my dirt. But I refuse to not make this work, for I am the rightful heir of this throne. And even if it's just me and God alone, I will fight for my pen's freedom. So, anxiety, Keep on watching me. You won't get the best of me. It's me against my anxiety. All hail the queen.
Man, I hope your ass ain't broke, cause that was a stack. Okay, well, maybe it was 100. Okay, well, you kept it a buck, man. Woo, I was over here singing with her and shaking it out too. Y'all know the TikTok they ain't going on with the my anxiety. Yeah, cause I be feeling that too. I definitely understand where she was coming from with that piece. Y'all already know we about to run this thing on back around for the one time. So treating you sweet is about to come on through. Hey, my friend.
Hey, hey. Boy, these women are on it tonight.
Hey, so are you. Not these women. We own it tonight. It's an amazing show already, and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody treating me sweet. They knew you was on here. They knew what was up. So with that being said, Queen, what nights are your shows on?
I'm sorry?
Word Up. What night are we doing Word Up?
Oh, that is every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is called Dim Dope Poets, a Word Up session. And like I said, it's every Tuesday, and I'm constantly looking for poets. So I always say, don't wait for me to find you. You know where I'm at. Come on and be one of those dope poets.
That part right there. So everybody, we always pushing dopeness, and it ain't just got to be on the corner. So make sure that y'all tap in on the other side. You know what I mean? Tuesdays, Liddy in the City on their Instagram. They are firing it up. I was, look for myself once I can look at myself, But with that being said, what is the second piece you're getting into tonight, Queen?
This Little Piggy.
Oh, let me go on to the market.
This little piggy went to mark it, placing hooves where hearts are, making love hard to be found as a matter of fact. An evident sign of the act of the beast, the chauvinistic mentality that is clearly waiting to hog it all, branding emotions and leaving permanent scars for his temporary presence before he makes his cold cut. His slaughtering is always blinded by the clearness of the truth as he showers in mud as a covering of all the dirt he has waddled in, making his spa up here satisfying. See, this little piggy refuses to stay home, neglecting the truth that he is a big bore while having a registered notion to check out a four-figured package with a clearance point of view. See, this little piggy enjoys a feast of any spread that is laid out before him, smack it, flip it, pat it down. It's the slop that entices him, as he never turns down wet leftovers, and he's never concerned about who feeds him, just as long as he eats. This little piggy will stay with no concern of the sty, seeing that he rarely cleans his own pit. He's not looking to make a house a home. He just wants a playpen, and no matter how long he's around, he will never commit to you. In all honesty, he's just a barrel that enjoys guilt with no shame, butchering emotions and calling it love from the bottom of his heart. But we all know what comes from the bottom. Well, we'll just call that hogwash. And don't neglect to check out his thickness. He truly thinks he's Lord. But wait until the heat intensifies and we'll all see crackling. Turns out it's just the fat covering the rind. And he thought he was as slick as monkey grease. But even this exposure won't get him through, as Charlotte won't weave a web for him. So the next time he wants to eat, make him work for that meal. And if he's doing a lot of grunting and don't break a sweat, send that pig trotting on his way, wondering about his wee, all the way home. Peace.
Man, that shit just blew through here like a lonely $20 bill on the way to a stripper to the pole. In other words, it mattered. Let's go. Yo, Yo, that was brought to you by Cap Cut, but that piece definitely mattered, man. This little piggy, oh man, she flipped the flick out of that, y'all. I didn't expect it, but yo, she did that, and I keep telling y'all gotta go back and do a rewind of the flip and the way she's doing. Never mind. Y'all know we're gonna keep this thing right on rolling, rolling, rolling. Let's get some of that Southern soul.
It was the
Yeah.
wee out. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey, the whole piece for me, just the whole flip of the messy pen,
Yes.
like the whole, yeah, man, it was litty. But I'm loving this. Thank you so much for everybody in the house tonight. This is brought to you by the one and only Southern Soul. So I appreciate the lineup that she's lined us up with for this amazing month. I told y'all we have featured over 20 queens on P.P.C. this amazing month right here. And all of that got something to do with this amazing queen right here. So let's go ahead and give her a hats off and all of that good jazz and stuff, because she deserves it. With that being said, queen, what are you getting to? What is your next piece you're getting into tonight?
So this next piece is something that I have been trying to write for a while, and I finally got it written after hearing Peace by Black Chakra. Um, but I wanted to tell a mother's story,
Mm.
and that's what birthed this piece. So I'm just gonna get into it and hope I don't
You ain't, don't
mess it
even
up.
say it. I knew you was finna put it in the atmosphere. Nah, we work with a beautiful uni over here. We don't do that. Let's go.
They say we're born into sin, like our melanin's a target. Bull's eye painted in brown and black ink, but my son ain't commit no crime except existing in a world who already wrote his eulogy before taking his first breath, stamped him guilty before his first cry. Before he even saw sun, they had his name chalked in concrete like prophecy they've been waiting to fulfill. I carried him with praying hands, rocked him in wound laced with psalms, and whispered, "Stay safe," before he even knew what danger meant. But safety ain't promised when your skin's kissed by God's own lips. Instead, it's a gamble like Russian roulette, waiting for bullet to leave chamber, or lottery where grand prize is survival and second prize is hashtag. Even though he's an adult now, ain't no safe spaces for him. Not even in his own home. Just ask Jenkins and Parker. Ask them how 6 badgers kicked down their door like they were enemy number one. Again, only crime committed was wearing black skin, breathing in zip code deemed wrong for them. See, my son ain't gotta reach. He ain't gotta run, ain't gotta do nothing but be, and that's enough to make a badge nervous, enough to make a trigger finger twitch, enough to make a courtroom fumble justice like a loose ball they never planned to recover. I taught my son, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like armor, like gospel, like maybe if his hands are still enough, his voice low enough, his presence quiet enough, he'll make it home to me at night. But silence ain't Kevlar. It ain't never stopped a bullet from carving a mother's name in the grief. Ain't never stopped a judge from shrugging their shoulders. Ain't never stopped a system from spinning a wheel and calling it law. So I pray, not the soft folded hands Sunday morning kind, but the kind that begs bargains and breaks at altar of a God I hope ain't deaf to a black mother's cries. I pray his hoodie don't make him suspicious. His laughter don't sound like rebellion. His skin don't read like a death sentence in eyes of those who took an oath to protect and serve. I pray his son learns to say his name before he forgets his face. I pray I don't have to watch strangers march in his honor. I pray I don't have to hear his name echo in a courtroom while the judge sighs, shuffles papers, and move on to the next. I pray ground don't ever have to learn weight of his body, that I don't have to press my hands to caskets wood, when I should be pressing them to his face, telling him he's safe now. But how do I protect a son from a war he never enlisted in? How do I armor him when battlefield is in his own backyard? When enemy got badges, gavels, pickup trucks, and lives next door, and rules say he loses either way? I tell him come home before street lights hum their warning. Come home before a stranger mistakes his smile for threat. Come home before a cop sees his hands and swears he had a gun. Come home. But what if he doesn't? What if a phone call unravels my whole world and I'm left screaming his name at the top of my lungs toward the sky, a bug that never answers back because he never came home? They say we're born into sin, but I ain't never seen a sin worthy of a death sentence just for being born black.
That was so heartfelt. I felt it beating out my chest. Oh. Yo, my heart was beating out my chest because I got 5 kings. And I definitely understand that piece way too well. We all do, though. You know what I'm saying? These times of days we living in, y'all already know what's up, I heard. So with that being said, man, let me go ahead and bring my back on up through the corner, baby. So what's the second piece you giving us tonight?
I wrote this a long time ago, but I knew when I would get to this point, I could say it how I need to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So now we ready. We ready to spit the piece. In other words, is how she coming. So let me get on out of here. You know what I mean? Big free.
There once was this girl I knew with a smile like her mother's attitude too. Blessed with her time and shape, hourglass couldn't wait as sand covered her at 39 in her grave. A little girl at 10, never to see her mother again, a supernatural path began. In the house with a monster of a father. Had it hard, the only daughter. Cries behind locked doors, prisoner in her home, uncomfortable in the skin she's in. Questions actualize how she gets so much strength. There once was this girl I knew. She lost all hope and became suicidal. If my daddy didn't love me, then why would he lying to me right hand on the Bible? She thought no one would care if I'm dead. One night, 9 millimeter to the head. Next day, busting wall the head, laid there cutting, praying to hit a vein and be dead. Almost took her life, strength made her think twice, strong enough to put toxic to end. This girl and the woman she grew, trauma on trauma, she made it through. She realized the power in being full. It's nothing no one can do. Ancestry graced her abundance. Her mother's strength bestowed on transcendence. She not sipping toxic tea, she organic. Up in the galaxy, intergalactic. This girl is a glow. This girl words pure magical. This girl wants you to get on your level. Want to show them we do stick together. I am the girl that grew. This is impact standing before you. What happens when you keep walking paths, even when you stumble? When people fail you, but above all, you still love them. I am love, even if all you do is hate. Your cuts may be more deeper than mine's. No judgment. It took a while for me to understand my pain. Pain only temporary, not permanent. Your tree needs growing. Don't wait to water it. Growth is pain, but that's only part of it. Your truth feels good when you walk in it. When love is the focus, especially for you. I never knew love could be so powerful. I wouldn't have known my strength if I stayed stuck on my path. Hear me when I say you must keep going. Dead ends, cut them off, they ain't growing. Mirror time, don't lie to your face in full knowing of the love you deserve in a dysfunctional world. You're in control. It's time to own it. Peace.
Oh, that black girl magic. Come back, say, oh, that black girl magic. Yo, I love that shit. Yeah, you know I love when somebody tell their story. And on the flip side, they here to tell their story. You get what I'm saying, man? It ain't nothing but love out here. And thank you so much because somebody needed to hear that. So I appreciate you getting to the point where you can actually spit that. And you did that, man. Y'all know we about to end this show on out. I got a couple church announcements. I think that I'm going to go ahead and get on out the way before we shut this thing on down. I think tomorrow on the Clubhouse, we get sticky. So make sure that y'all tap in. Man, it's your boy Written in Pain, Mystic Pound Cake, and they got a couple other people that be in there rocking out with them. Black be in there. So make sure y'all go in, adult conversation, and some good poetry on top of that. Saturdays, y'all already know my brother MBK. Every week he holding down Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. And if he ain't got that Saturday, tap into an old show, because I promise it's one that you done missed. But make sure that y'all get there. EST. Also, Central Saturdays, we lit it in the city. ATL. It's going down this Saturday right here. Tickets are on sale right now. So make sure that you get your tickets, because we about to sell this event out. Hosted by the one and only Jay Simone. You know, they also got Walking Erotica, Marielle, the poetry, Zenobia Poetry is also the feature. And you get to meet amazing souls like myself. So make sure that y'all tap in. We're going to have all kind of little grown adult stuff going on too. It's going to be a vibe. And with all that being said, the last thing I got to say is y'all done seen her in the house all night long. Coastal Sunflower Body Scrubs has been in the house. We all about taking care of us right here this month and tomorrow and the day after that. So if you ain't got your body scrub on, make sure that you tap on in with that queen right there too. Because, man, that's my partner them. Not only is she my partner them, but I done used it, baby. That thing had me rubbing my own legs all night long. So you know it's working. So with that being said, let me get myself on out of here. And Queen Floetry, come on and take us away.
Hello, love.
Hello, beautiful. So how you shutting us down tonight?
Tonight, I am going into my Black History piece because we are definitely in a time where history is trying to repeat itself, but unlike some ancestors, our ancestors knew how to fight.
God. You know what I'm saying? So let me get out of here so the fight can keep going.
Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, troubles of the world, troubles of the world. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. Good evening. Reporting to you live from Action Pack News. Tonight we received word that another man, another woman, another boy, another girl, another Black person, another excuse me. Sorry. Another one has died from being Black. Another one of us has died because our skin says death sentence and not treated as the God gift created in his image. No, we're just another body, another hashtag, toe tagged in another body bag with another day to cry and be sad that, thought they had a gun. Oops, our bad. All the while being labeled a thug, thief, and savage. I don't remember Black men performing massacres on the indigenous or selling the ocean blue in 1492. Raping, pillaging, and spreading syphilis, just to name a few. And I don't recall Black women displaying white men body parts in museums as art like Sarah Bartman, but get this, sick, barbaric, and twisted. She died in 1815, didn't get buried till 2002, or stopped touring till 1976. Ain't that some mess? It's funny how the villains in his story are the heroes in history. But we're the dangerous ones, not you who glorify good old days of genocide. Make a stolen country great again when it's only great for white men as their women reap the residual benefits. So, bump your feelings when words like Columbus Day, Trails of Tears, police, and picnics are still triggering. You keep telling us, let go of the past, get over it, but say the same thing about 9/11 or the Holocaust, and you're not a patriot and anti-Semitic. Yes, yes. I know both events were horrendous, and I'm not trying to make comparisons. However, their history of survival is commemorated while mine is being eradicated because you scared to face the fact that Papa's inheritance was built on the backs of my ancestors. So no, Becky, you don't get an A for effort or a gold star for allyship. You don't get a pat on your back for rewind. You don't get a pat on the back for helping out the blacks or a cookie for your contributions for treating us like humans. No, Karen and Ken. Your mediocrity of being a decent human being while cleansing the sins of your forefathers who lingering effects slaughter us or tell me my people are best is never good enough. What you need to do is better and leave us alone. For Tulsa, Rosewood, Central Park, Oscarville, prove we can thrive all on our own. So save your white tears and fragility. I no longer offer you my education or my comfortability, for if I must be the villain in your story to set boundaries of protection for my culture, my people, and me, then trick. My name is Thanos. All hail the queen.
Growing up, I learned a lot of my knowledge on the corner, and tonight ain't no different, cause boy, you just spit that right there. That's what I call some knowledge right there. Talk about facts. Twice. You already know I had to play them back because they've been dropping knowledge on this corner right here tonight. Y'all already know how I'm ending the show. Thank you for everybody who stayed and rolled out with us tonight. It is the end of Queen's Month, but guess what? We still gonna be celebrating us all year long. So don't stop celebrating you. Make sure that you wake up with gratitude so it shows in your attitude so you can reach those major altitudes. And we out. Yeah. Yeah, man, so we made it to the end of another tremendously dope show. Y'all already know Keynote's gonna be thanking y'all tomorrow with her little foo-foo praise dance. Y'all know that's what she praised everybody for tapping on in. You know I go to church too. Like, hey, man, we made it through another show, man, and I like to thank my damn self for being the host with the most, the mother sucker that I am. Yeah, you heard it. I was a bad mother sucker, and I'm out. Let's go.